Yo, everyone. So I wanted to do this reaction vid on a clip that really broke my heart. Frame, if you want to play it.
All right.
It's of a highway protest on the I-495 Beltway in Montgomery County, Maryland.
Okay.
And it's really, really sad.
No, I'm about to get locked up for 54 years for my parole if I don't make my goddamn job. And y'all are so inconsiderate.
So apparently these guys are, the purpose of the protest is to get President Biden's attention.
And he was saying he's going to get 54 years, right?
Yeah, 52 or 54 years for breaking his parole by not going to work. Yeah, totally. And yeah, apparently that these protesters, again, trying to get President Biden to just declare a climate emergency. And which is actually, something that I actually agree with, but definitely their decision to block a highway like this, for me, is just not the move. I get protests are about creating a disturbance in everyday life to really bring attention to the cause that you're protesting for, but, sometimes the unintended consequences of a protest can really just, I think, take away from the cause and the mission statement in general, and you see this video and I think that no one's going to be like, wow,
Yeah.
these protesters really have a strong sense of integrity. I think they're going to focus on how shitty it is that this guy is in this very, very harsh situation and, yeah, could very likely end up in prison or...
And it's like, what about like if there's somebody trying to get medicine to their mom or like somebody
or he has to go to the hospital
right
trying
away,
to deliver,
Yeah.
maybe a
Mhm.
mother's in labor or an accident. Yeah, totally. There's just so many different, we all use the highway system, streets, they're public for a reason because I really think that they should be shared. And I think that that's a beautiful component of like modern day society, right? The ability to travel and, get from place to place like never before. So it's just really heartbreaking to see this. And the part that hurts the most is you really hear the guy's, his pain.
Yeah.
You hear his pain. You hear his, that sense of panic. That's like, wow.
Anguish.
Yeah. The anguish of like, man, these guys really aren't going to move. They weren't even, hearing out his, 1 lane request. Hey, make it 1 lane, please. I mean, wouldn't that still create a disturbance? But still, it's still crappy, but at least it's not completely blocking an artery, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's protests, it's just so easy because protests should be done to such in my opinion, with a moral, a high level of moral integrity and standard and when you're enacting, however you're protesting, I think that it makes it really easy for the message to get lost because of like, just like doing something that is fucked up. Fucked up has a innocent, hurts innocent bystanders or victims. I think a big criticism that honestly was very fair when people were like, you look at all these BLM protests, they're all looted and stuff. Now, I know people will say that that's all it was, and I disagree with that, and that wasn't the case. But they did a lot of damage, right? I remember in that year it was like in the billions, right? In terms of like damaged property and stolen goods is my guess.
But can you say those people were really for it, or were
No,
they just
exactly.
like looting?
Exactly. A crime of opportunity,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're just taking advantage of the civil unrest and sort of that social energy and event and occurrence to just try to get theirs, right? And so for sure. And there was also a lot, I remember reading when it was happening, there was a lot of evidence that was suggesting that there was actually funny because people on the right end of the political spectrum always say this, what I'm about to say, that there was like not crisis actors but people acting as if they were part of the BLM movement, but looting and stuff to just give a bad name to them.
Oh yeah.
And people say that all the time, right? They say that about January 6th. Oh, the insurrection was just full of Antifa, hiding or under the guise of like MAGA people and whatnot. and a whole part of all the mental gymnastics that those people go through to convince themselves, right? But anyway, it's just I think you really got to be strategic about how you protest. And,
exactly.
And the streets ain't it. Don't that's
don't
not
block the streets.
Yeah. Because I think it's just a way. It's a necessity in life that, for me, it's like when people like block ambulance and shit. Like, come on, dude, really? You're gonna. It's like I mean, it's even a thing to like not attack medics when you're out in war, right? So. I mean,
I don't
there's
know
a reason
if that's a thing anymore. But
well, there used to be.
it should be.
Dang it. I don't even know.
I don't even know. We don't know, but I mean,
it'd be good to look that up. But the streets, man, they're a sensitive, delicate
like,
place.
Didn't they do this like in Glendale, like on the 134 freeway?
Yeah. That's near us, right?
Yeah.
And so definitely. I remember that did happen, and it was a pain in the ass, totally.
Yeah.
And LA, it's funny because we already have a lot of crappy traffic, right? Historically bad and just infamous.
Bad engineered roads.
Yeah, and just more and more people living here.
We like barely like do it so that there's like enough for what's now, not looking for the future.
Yeah, totally, and it's just getting more and more crowded,
just getting
right?
by, yeah.
But doing stuff like this can make it even worse. Surprisingly, it's not as bad as it could be every day. Yes, folks, I know that's a scary.
Like, didn't you want to show the?
Let's do that, because it reminds me that over the summer I was hearing a lot about these street takeovers, and how the LAPD was trying to really crack down on them, having big fines, impounding this and that, having suspended licenses, and I hadn't heard of it since. I don't know if that's just the media, moving on to other things. But let's check out a clip now. In a hypothetical world where
you can't get
hurt, this would be sick, and this is dope. Also hypothetically, if it was a private closed road, or a raceway, right? That would be the best. But this is just out there in LA, and I guess at least it seems like it's late enough at night that it's not impactful. But I mean,
you
still,
never know. Ambulances go on by at all hours,
and then there's no barricade.
Yeah.
And these guys are just trusting that the people doing it are good enough at what they're doing, that there's not going to be any accidents. That's spooky for me. And again, just the roads are just they're just such an important part of our everyday life, no matter where you're at, for sure in LA too. And then again, I mean, not that there's any moral standing or basis for these street takeovers. But I mean, again, people just taking advantage of that energy in general. You've heard incidents of people obviously getting hurt, but also getting shot. Not sure the source, but hey, it's the source of interactions that have resulted in like rough and harsh crap happening. In August of 22, I think that there was a flash mobbing of 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was. Yeah, again, just really sucks. So, friends, really be intentional about about your actions, and it's important to really strive for and support the things that are important to us, especially when they're causes that really are mindful of ourselves and the world and each other and stuff. But yeah, I think that they're not all methods of protest are created equal, and it's important to not have any unintended consequences or victims along the way. Let's really be intentional about our actions and what those repercussions are. Yep. So easier said than done. Hey, but you know what? Yeah. That's why we got to talk about it. We got to start somewhere. My friends, thank you for hanging out with us, and until next time.